Okay, next up we've got Galan Lithium, Mr. Juan Pablo, JP Varga de la Vega, the Managing Director. JP is a Chilean-Australian mineral industry professional with 20 years broad experience in ASX mining companies, stockbroking and private equity firms. JP has been a specialist lithium analyst in Australia, operated a private copper business in Chile and worked for BHP, Rio Tinto and Codelco. JP was the founder of and vendor of the original Argentinian assets and has been Galan's Managing Director since mid-2018. Please join me in welcoming JP to the stage.
Well, thanks, Jeremy, for the introduction, and good afternoon to everyone. And I'm very pleased and honoured to be standing here on behalf of Galan Lithium Limited. I want to say thank you also to our fellow directors that are attending, as well as our CFO that must be watching from our booth. Now, I'm standing here today to give you some big news. And today we have been granted permits for full construction of our phase 1 development. It's a journey that has taken us approximately 6 years to get here. And I will tell you a bit of Galan and how exciting our path to production is going to be. But I just wanted you to walk away with a message, what we're doing. We're in Argentina, and we're doing exactly what is being done in Australia to produce lithium concentrate. The only difference, our lithium concentrate is in liquid form. So if you're familiar with spodumene and concentrate, we're doing exactly the same. We want to get to market as soon as possible. We want to hit the market while the prices are high, and we want to do this in an organic way, step by step. We want to be a miner before being a chemical company. So with that, where is Galan located? We are located at the sulfate of Hombre Muerto. Hombre Muerto is the best sulfate in Argentina, and we do have the highest grade and lowest impurity project in Argentina. We have been given a gift of nature, and for that we're very surprised, but we have a good problem in our hands that we can actually deliver into what we want to produce, that is lithium chloride concentrate. We have been constantly hitting the marks in terms of what we say we'll do, and today, we got our permits. We have constantly done and hit mark after mark. We have de-risked this project by its geology. We have a significant large resource with low impurities, high grade. We have a pilot plant in operation. We now got the permits to put a 200-man camp. We'll be ready to start construction, I beg your pardon, within 2 weeks. So all of these things are de-risking the project. All of these things will make us a producer in the first half of 2025. Importantly, our project has a strong foundation for people with experience. We do have several ex-SQM and senior ex-SQM in our teams, in our board, that can definitely produce lithium chloride concentrate that is the bread and butter of the operations in Chile. And we have also a strong support from the community, and we've been training people from our own ranks to be able to operate within Argentina. And all about Galan is start step by step. We have 4 steps of development, and we would like to be producing 60,000 tons by the time we get to the year 2030. If we see a possibility to get that earlier, we'll do it. Now, all our focus is to get to market. We are in a business, we want to get to cash flow, and you may ask, why not carbonate? And we are producing lithium chloride concentrate because it's the quickest way to market. We'll save 2 years to production, we get into cash flow. Yes, we lose a bit of value along the way, but the certainty of cash flow and get into an organic way of growing makes a massive difference. We are a tightly held company. We've been through the ups and downs that every company's been done, and there's a very well-documented cases where companies go through exploration, then go through a period of acquiring through the studies, and now we've gone into construction. If you think of it this way, within 18 months, we should start generating cash flow. And we are an advanced project, and this is something that we can do. Most of the comments that I get is about lithium brines being a slow starter. We have defined that point. We defined that point because we can be a lithium producer, generating cash flow in 18 months. So we can pretty much do neck to neck in a similar way where you see with lithium spodumene, because we are doing the same product, concentrate. We have today approximately $45 million in the bank as July 35. So we have cash enough to start our phase 1 initial works. We're looking at several ways of funding our phase 1 development, and our phase 1 development is not an expensive one. We have a study that presented a capex investment of around $105 million. Some of that capex has already been sunk. We are looking for offtake agreements, we're looking for prepayments, we're looking also within our solutions to get a toll treatment agreement within Argentina so we can be producing lithium carbonate without being a carbonate producer. So all of those things we're going to be fleshing out before the end of the year as how we're going to be funding Galan into the next level. So where are we? And this is a satellite picture that shows the map of Ombra Muerto. To the west, you've got Livent, and Livent has been producing lithium carbonate for the last 30 years. The lithium revolution started in Argentina. The first lithium-ion batteries, the Sonic Handycams, they came from that salt flat. And Livent, also called FMC back in the day, was the company that was doing that. So why is Ombra Muerto so special? It's because it's got high grade and low impurities. And if you look at what we've done today, and all the work that Galan has done is yielding today a big resource of 7.3 million tons with the highest grade project in Argentina. So importantly, our two projects, Ombra Muerto West that you see on your screen, and then Candelas, both of them are 100% owned by Galan. We have no royalties, we don't have any offtake, and we'll come to an offtake solution that we'll monetize. We're not signing offtake for the sake of it, not for a sugar hit. We want to get real money on the table, and that should be happening before the end of the year. Now, the path to growth to Galan, 4 stages. So we've taken the first one. So if you look into the screen, phase 1, we're ticking boxes. We've done the DFS, we do have a resource. Now we're getting the permits, we got the permits to construct, and we're going to start constructing. We're going to get production from phase 1, 5,400 tons of lithium carbonate equivalent in lithium chloride. We're selling that within Argentina. That's our plan B. Our plan A is to get export license to put our product worldwide. And why Argentina? Because we've seen that within Argentina, there are 11 projects that are going to come out with their own lithium carbonate plant on the back end. So pretty much, if this was copper or gold, there'll be 11 refineries in the area, and we'll be producing con. So why do we have to put another carbonate plant or another downstream plant when we can utilize the existing capacity? And why we're so confident that we can get there, and is because if you look at the reality or today in the lithium triangle, there are 4 companies. 2 of those are not hitting nameplate. And now when you look at 9 more companies they're going to be producing by the year 2026, you can assume that half of them, they're going to struggle to produce nameplate. 4 companies in the lithium triangle that have been operating for decades. 9 new companies are going to come up producing, and they're all new producers, by the way. So that gives us strong confidence that we can place our lithium chloride concentrate within the Argentine market before getting permits for export, that we believe that we've got a chance. And I can say that what we have today in phase 2, phase 2 is very critical for the growth development path. I was in Argentina last week. Last Thursday, we have a meeting with the mines minister, and the message was, let's work together so you can get the permits for phase 2 before you finish constructing phase 1. So in terms of permits, the Argentine government of Catamarca, the province of Catamarca, is very proactive. We get in phase 1, we're going to hit phase 2, and we're going to try to accelerate phase 3 and 4 as fast as we can. So in terms of boxes being ticked, we got a DFS, we got a pilot plant that is operating, producing plug to specs of 6% lithium concentrate, that equates to 32% lithium carbonate equivalent, or more than double the lithium concentrate if this was spodumene. We come 2 years early to cash flow. We can pretty much be neck to neck with lithium spodumene producers, and we have the permits, and we're going to hit this as soon as we can, meaning in 2 weeks. So in terms of what Galan wants to achieve, it's to get into production, as I mentioned, as soon as we can, but with a view of a strong growth. And we have a team today that can deliver that. We have people that can get at all levels to present a solution to the challenge that we've seen. And I'd like you to look at the numbers that we have for our phase 1 DFS. If you can see our free cash flow from phase 1, which is the smallest one, we can get approximately $54 million free cash flow. The estimated pricing for our assumptions was $28,000 a ton. Today, the spot price is $38,000 a ton. So by the time we get to market, we believe that we can get and hit higher prices. We have a payback of less than 2 years, strong economics, only by doing concentrate. The same thing that all the other producers here in Western Australia pretty much, they've done, and they've done very successfully. We're going to be using that cash to finance phase 2. We're going to be using that for growth to phase 3 and 4. And importantly, people. We have the brains, we have the capacity, we have the people that can do this. And I would like to mention that Daniel Jimenez has been a pivotal person within Galan, with experience being the ex-senior VP of commercial from Galan. He's been bringing the right people all along since he started with us more than 3 years ago. Claudia is also an ex-SQM executive, and she's been really a good fundamental part to look at all the studies I've been doing and trying to get the optimizations of studies that we need. If we go down level, we do have a very strong team also, and I would like to highlight that Juan Carlos Barrera, he was the Senior Vice President of Operations of SQM. So we got 2 ex-senior VPs within SQM, both of them more than 30 years in the lithium industry. They choose to work with Galan because they believe in the project. They believe in the project because it's got high grade, low impurities, a large base, and a sound strategy to production and to get to cash flow. Alvaro Enriquez is our geology manager, and he's been a hydrogeologist, been working in the production phase of SQM for a long time. So this is what makes a big difference about Galan. We have a team with experience. We can execute, and we're going to get to market very soon. So in terms of the community, myself has been fronting a lot of this conversation with the community, and to get the permits for phase 1, and to get the government to tell us that phase 2 needs to be granted before we finish constructing phase 1 is because we engage with the community, and very strongly. We have a high participation of the local community within Galan, and we're going to continue being doing so as we grow. We've been liked by the community, we've been liked by the government, but they see us as a serious candidate to production. We also have a strong team that I just highlighted through the whole presentation, and I cannot emphasize how important it is to get the right people, the right experience to execute on a project. And lastly, we have, in my view, and the numbers are telling, the best high-grade resource in Argentina. That's going to give us the key to unlock to production. So with that, I would like to thank you very much. And Jeremy, thanks for your intro. And I look forward to be here next year presenting and start telling that we're not far from production. Thank you.
JP.